heist has failed at one point or another. Crashed, died, wrecked, boom. The only thing I haven't done is run out of time, but I've only made it out of like 11 tries. I've only ever made it like... Dude, there's... Never mind. It's pros. I was like, there's a Bugatti parked out here. You can go ahead and get in with me, guys, whenever you're ready.
I'm just making one more.
No, it's all good. Alright, actually, no, wait. Let's go into the bank really quick. I want to show you something. Now, I don't know, Pro, if you've done this one or watched me. I don't think Firepower's done this one. Avoid that blue ring going in. Alright, so when we come in, there's going to be two guards. Two people go this way, two people go the other. The guards have their back turned right here, like standing like this. And you can just pop them out. Now, you don't want to kill anyone else in the bank, or you can get in trouble with Lester.
Your car's still over here.
Yeah. Then whoever's a demolitionist is going to come blow this door. You and the hacker, you guys are going to go in and grab the money. Me and whoever else is ground, you know, basically out here just keeping the crowd control, is going to stay out here. And basically we just got to yell or shoot our guns in the air, but we don't want to kill anyone. You only can kill about one person. A few guards are going to come out from the upstairs offices up there, and they're going to come around the back stairs here. So both teams need to keep their eye out for those. No, good. That's good to know. All right. So Angel's already done this with me, so I'm not worried about running out. So after that, we're going to come over here and meet. Me and whoever else is crowd control are going to be the main gunners for the beginning. It's going to show a little cinematic, and then you guys need to fall back. Whoever's carrying the money needs to fall back to like right here and kind of stay, because every time you get hit with a bullet, you lose like 10 to 20 grand out of the money we make. All right, once it starts to get clear, we all leave together. If somebody runs even like this far out by themselves, it fails. We're going to run this way on foot. Shh. We're going to run this way on foot. And we're going to be taking care of cops. This is where you guys are going to whip out miniguns or RPGs or combat MGs, but miniguns will make you move slow, so it's best if you're carrying money not to. We're going to have to fight our way through cops all the way down here, from front and behind, helicopter, car, and on foot, as fast as we can, but there is no time limit, but just fast. Right about here, though, we're going to be ambushed by a bunch of cops that come out on foot. Then we're going to run down this corner, and there's going to be a bunch of cop cars pulled up here, hitting the brakes. We're going to blow them up. We're going to take a right. We got to stick together. That's the only thing. You don't want to get too far ahead. You'll get killed. There's only one extra life on any of this, so if you die first, you have none. We're going to kill some cops. A chopper usually floats up here, tries to repel some people down, blow it up. We're going to cross the street. We're going to keep working our way down here on foot with the money. And then basically cars are going to pull in right up there. We're going to blow them up, keep our six covered, whatever. Right when we get to these red gates, we're going to hang a left. Right here at this driveway, we're going to hang a right. Now, you got to watch out because a couple times I've had cops standing in here in various areas. So just keep an eye out on your radar and keep an eye out. I won't have money, so I'll be taking point as best I can. And whoever else is crowd control can take flank. Now, right here is where our motorcycles are going to be parked. This is the checkpoint. Once we get on these, this is where we start from if we fail and have to retry. We get on the bikes, and that's what I'm going to go show you guys right now. So you guys can wait here or come with me, but I'm going to drive my car back over here. And we're basically just going to take off on my car really quick, and I'm going to show you guys my route. And I'm going to show you guys the first checkpoint. Now, these checkpoints are important. If you don't get the checkpoints, you won't lose the cops. Doesn't mean we can't succeed in the heist, but it's tricky. You know, we've tried to cut some corners myth-busting, but, you know, we're still working on it. We don't know how many corners you can actually cut, because whenever we try to cut too many corners, we fail, so we don't know if we can succeed. Now, cops will try to ram you off your bikes. That's a big issue. If you die the one life, you'll respawn on your bike. Your bikes don't show icons either, because they're not personal vehicles. So when you get knocked off of them, sometimes it's hard to find them. You can split up. There's no point in staying together, really, too much. Teams of two, maybe. Are you just staying down there, Angel? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I'm okay.
No, oh, dang! I thought that truck was going to get you.
Someone hit me with their car, so I shot their car to scare them off.
Alright, let's go back down there really quick. So, that's the flow out of the bank. You know, of course, in the action. And you know what? I'm really just not going to say much in yell this time. Usually I'm like, oh my god, guys, let's get it going. And some of that's like serious. Some of that's just me role-playing as a crew leader. And I didn't really reiterate that last time, but it just makes a better video later, you know, other than me just quietly driving. Now, so we're going to come out of here. Now, here's the key thing, too, is we have to leave together. If somebody leaves first, right about the end of the street here, says, wait, and you get, like, a counter. Now, here's where you get the choice, left or right. I always take left. Cops are going to start being right here, right now. And what I'm going to show you guys is I'm just going to drive the way I'd usually drive. You got turbo on these bikes. They're the electro. The turbo only charges when you brake. So, you know, once you use it up, it's not going to just regen on its own. It goes up like one little bump, and that's about it. So use it wisely, because you might not want to slam on the brakes just to charge it. Now,
I mean, you can also slowly go down a mountain, too.
I'll come under here, basically anytime I can get off the road, so the cops aren't as aggressive on me. Right about here, you hear Lester call you, saying the cops are going to get more aggressive, just so you know, and they do. I come up this way. I'll hit my turbo if I have a cop after me. Like I said, it's really about, like, finding what works for you, but being ready for anything. Well, I don't normally do that on my bike. Now, I come right across here, and I've been hit off by cops right there and shit. I'll even come under here and try to do this a little bit so I can, you know, anything to make cop cars harder to chase me. Now, from here till Sandy Shores, I usually don't see a cop. This is usually when, like, other people are having issues. Just so you guys know, these are unbreakable posts. So if you hit them with anything, they don't break. I'll usually come up on this. No, they don't. Not with motorcycles. Trust me. I've crashed there. Don't even bother trying. Don't ram them with your bike. Why are you even arguing that? Yeah, everyone during the heist, ram those really hard with your bikes. Let's see how it works.
I was saying I hit on the brakes and slid into it with the side.
Well, yeah, why do that? Why don't you go between them? It's such a silly thing. Why are you even arguing it? Anyways, so watch the stumps. Sorry, Q-Man. This is a heist prep right here. Already full crew. We're in a crew lobby, but we're about to take off and do a heist. Anyway, so come through here. You got to watch out for stumps, branches. That's about it. You don't have to worry about cops. They don't seem... I never see cops the whole time up here. I'm just driving. You do need to be careful, though. You know, certain areas, you know, just watch out. You don't have bulletproof tires or anything either. And there are no tire spikes out. They don't do that, though, so you don't worry about that. But I have had my tires shot before, just by accident. Now, one time actually I almost jumped into the prison right here, so watch out. Come landing down here. Nice soft landing. Little few rocks. Sometimes there's a cop here, sometimes there's not. I'm just kind of repeating what I did the last couple times. Woo! Slight kick flip. There we go. Come up this way. Now, usually I just come straight across in my bike this way, but, you know, you got to be ready to improvise in case you see cars or cops. You really got to watch out for the little rocks out here, so you might not want to go the exact path, you know. Maybe it was these are the ones that don't move. I think everything moves in a car, give or take. But on the bike, it's such a crapshoot, it's not worth the risk. Really got to watch out for the hidden rocks. And well, I'm not worried about avoiding rocks with my car. Just I'll come straight across right here. Now, you're starting to get near roads again, so maybe you'll start to see some cops. But most of the time, I don't. I never see cops over here. Now, you can take the railroad tracks right here, but you can't take them very far, so it's not really worth it. You got to remember we're under a time limit, and only 2 deaths. 1 death, and then the next one, it's over. We're going to come up here. We're going to take this all the way to the end, and you guys might not want to jump out of my car at the end, because if you don't have a parachute, you're fucked, but you can. So we're going to come up here. Like I said, it's a road, so you might see cops. Definitely going to start seeing cops more right about here. Now, this is where it gets hard for me. This is where I always fail, is the last little ride here, especially going over up to the metal bridge. So everyone has their own technique here. I'm not going to argue with it, because most people make it past this. I'm the one that mostly fails here. You got to watch out, because cop cars will be coming at you, and they love to do this and, like, really try to cut you off and ram you ahead of time. So be ready to kind of go off to the left here and jump up on those hills. You can stay on the railroad tracks all the way up here to about right here, come across. Sometimes there's a swap van here. You just got to be ready. I've seen roadblocks on the bridge. I've never seen roadblocks on the bridge. It goes back and forth. But this is the danger zone right here. This is the heavy danger zone right here. This is where most of us end up dying, is right here. Now, what I want to show you guys that was hard to explain is last time, what I did was instead of going up around the turn here, I came up here on my bike and went like this. Otherwise, you have to go turn that tight corner right there. And then you come up here. Now, this is a checkpoint. You have to hit this checkpoint if you really want to guarantee a successful heist and or cop removal. Once again, the cops cannot be removed or lost. You just have to run. Right about here, you're going to see
one left, one right.
Right about here, you see a yellow check marker. You want to hit it. Nothing's in the... This is a private zone right here. Just leave them. They're not worth it today. Just leave them. And we can shoot them as we go by, but... Anyways, so we're going to come through here. Now, this is where it gets easy, but it's time restraintive. All right, so right in here, you're going to see a checkpoint straight ahead of us. You can basically, you just got to get near the checkpoints. And so you're just coming around here. I'm not going to try to explain the exact path that you have to take because you can take a few different ones. I've jumped different routes, but you got to come up this way. You're going to see 2 park rangers up here probably at most. They're good shots, though. Don't underestimate them. You need to be putting a vest on and food on. And remember, we only have like 3 minutes to do all of this under pressure. And a couple times, like, we've been within like 10 seconds and had time run out when somebody's like running toward the boat. So you're going to see 2 more checkpoints, and you can get one. By now, you've already gotten it. And what I found out the other day is you can actually come. This isn't here. Like, there's no hostiles in here. But you can come into this right here with your bike because there's no hostiles. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. And you can take the stairs there to the left. But basically, we're going to drive right back out of here, guys. So don't worry about it. So that's one method you can do. You can do that. There's no hostiles in here. You don't have to worry about it. How come I got a mental state warning? I didn't do anything. Or maybe I ran somebody over. Otherwise, if you don't want to go through it, you turn right here. And you come down this way. There's one last park ranger down below. He's usually parked right here at this like Y stop intersection. But you have to take this road. There's a checkpoint right about around the corner. Anyways, you can improvise a lot of this mountain area right here. So that's what I'm saying. And I found that last route not only cut off almost 30 seconds going through that, like literally going up the wood stairs there by the left. And we can go look at those on foot before we start the heist if you don't know where they are. Otherwise, you got to come around this way. Now, 1 or 2 times I've actually had cops come swinging around the corner here. But most of the times, not. And I've done this run like 20 times now. So you come up this way. Now, if you're here and you've got a minute, you're good because there's no more cops. All you got to do is come around this way, whether you're on a car that you stole because you lost your bike or you rather be in a bike. And you got to come up here. You go across this, and right here, I'm not going to jump off of it right now, but right here is the last checkpoint. You literally have to jump. You have to jump your bike or car off of it and then jump out. Well, I'm going to actually jump it with my car. So if you guys want to get back in, you can. But I'm going to try to get out of the car and pull my parachute. It's a lot harder to get out of a car and pull your parachute. It takes longer to get out of the car, and it can take a little longer. So, you know, that's it. Now, you have to get all the checkpoints if you want to instantly lose the cops. And as soon as you jump off your bike, you lose the cops. Now, you're going to come off this way, hit it, jump, pull your parachute, which I did. You're going to float this way a long ways around, so don't go down too fast. Probably want to hold your L1, R1. This is the final stretch. You've lost your cops by this point. You don't want to be, like, dying because your parachute hit something. Although I've had that. My parachute didn't open fast enough. If you fall to the ground and you have to run, you might not make it. So be careful. Like, I mean, it's all about what time you have left on the limit. If you're here like a minute or minute and a half, like I've been before, you're golden. If you're here like 30 seconds, then you